Today we will be reading Shadow House, Chapter 1. On the edge of the starlit meadow, as Umi's thoughts throbbed in her head in time with her footsteps. My fault Marcus is dead. My fault Mariko's gone. My fault we trusted the monsters. My fault, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. Something snagged Umi's sneaker, and she tripped forward, the tall grass patting her fall. Poppy and Dash continued on, unaware that Izumi was sprawled behind them. They marched quickly and quietly, parallel to the dark woods, several yards to their right. "Wait, please!" She tried to call out, but her voice was stuck in her throat. Would calling them even help? Everything here was out to destroy them. What was the point? My fault. Larkspur House glared down at her from atop the hill to her left, and Izumi shuddered. Something inside the dark windows wished to keep her there forever. If the hallways could change shape, the wallpaper turned into toxic tendrils, and the greenhouse contained acres of forest. What was stopping Larkspur from catapulting its bricks and glass to the metal spikes into the metal and pounding her flat? No, she had to concentrate. She had to stick to the plan. Do what Poppy and Dash said. They were even farther away now, focused and determined to make it quickly back to the driveway and the safety of hard-scrambled road. Dash limped a little, and Poppy tended him every few steps. So why hadn't she noticed that Izumi wasn't with them? Izumi pressed her lips together and was about to stand when she wrestled the grass by her feet. Turning back, she noticed the shadow of the thing that had tripped her, only a few inches away. Instinct made her scramble aside, but when the breeze pushed the grass, showing Izumi what looked like a matted, faded blue hair glistening in the starlight, panic whooshed her head like a large gust of wind, and she froze, wide-eyed, her chest heaving. "Blue hair? Mariko?" she tried to say, but her voice wouldn't come past her lips. "You can't be. You're dead. This isn't real. A trick. Just like how the creature dressed up as you, like a costume." She forced herself to her feet. From up the hill, Larkspur House loomed. Izumi could feel it grinning at her. Another version of that same creature had pretended to be her sister. But the house is only a costume too, she thought. Wood and brick and stone and blood. Izumi shook her head violently, scattering the cobwebs of anxiety in her brain, construction around the thoughts. She steeled herself, pushing her fear to the edges of her imagination, then peered at the dark mass that was hidden by the long grass. "It's happening again. You're not really here. Wake up, Izumi. Wake up!" The harsh breeze parted the grass, finally revealing the thing that Izumi had tripped over. Her eyes grew wide with horror. It was a body. Pieces of dirty clothing formed the shape of a torso. Arms, legs. She knew these clothes. It was Mariko. "Not again. Please. I don't want to see." The wind caught several pieces of blue hair and lifted them from her sister's withered skull. They rose up like gossamer strands before rushing forward and clinging to Izumi's face. Her vision swirled as she screamed, her voice shouted in the quiet night. As she inhaled, the hair seemed to creep into her throat and up her nostrils, choking her. She scratched at her face, grabbing the sharp strand, but she was blinded by a stinging sensation in her eyes. She could hear something scrabbling through the grass near her feet, and she imagined her sister's fingers crawling their way toward the ankle, while somewhere in the woods the monster heard her and came rushing back to finish its job. Hands clasped her shoulder and spun her around. She was too shocked to cry out. Poppy was standing behind her, Dash at her side. Azumi, what's wrong? Azumi blinked, still gagging, but all of a sudden her face was clearer, the hair gone. Carefully, she licked her lips. The blue hair had only been another trick. The house, the shadow creature was still playing with her, or maybe it was her own mind. Azumi leaped forward and threw her arms around Poppy, pulling her away from the spot where her sister's body lay. It's Mariko, Azumi sputtered. She's come back. But when she pointed towards the grass, there was no body. Instead, she saw the thing she'd trip over wasn't merely a long tree branch, bleached by the sun. Her skin flashed cold. This branch wasn't there, said Azumi. It was my sister. She grabbed at my foot, I swear. She wanted to kill me. It wasn't real, said Poppy. Shh, said Dash. Keep your voices down. He glitched over Azumi's shoulder toward the edge of the woods. Marcus was back there somewhere, laying beneath the tree where the creature had tossed him. It could be following us. I'm sorry. Azumi covered her face, hiding tears. It scared me. I'm sure it did, Poppy sighed, but it was fake. She rubbed Azumi's back. We've got to stay strong. Don't let the house in your head. Too late for that, said Azumi. I don't know how to get it out of my head. From now on, said Dash, we have to keep closer together. If anyone trips or falls, or even just sees something weird, let everyone know immediately. We can't let the house separate us. Okay, said Azumi, wiping at her nose. Poppy stared into the woods, listening. If it was still coming for us, we'd hear it, wouldn't we? Crunching through the brush? Unless it's changed shape again, said Dash. And now, it looks like someone else. Azumi's skin prickled as the three glanced at one another, suddenly suspicious. But she could trust them, couldn't she? They'd been out of her sight for only a second. Not enough time for anything to... Let me see your eyes, said Poppy, stepping in front of her. Me? Azumi's cheek tingled with hurt. She scowled. Her eyes widened at the other girl. Brown, not gold. A howling cry rose up from the darkness, back and ear when Marcus had fallen. Azumi slumped her shoulders, trying to shrink down inside of herself. Poppy clasped Azumi's hand, and Dash stepped closer. Their warmth erased some of Azumi's chill, and she felt grateful that they trusted her, even though she'd forgotten them so hard about Mariko, that they understood her fear, and she wasn't alone. But you are alone. Azumi squeezed her eyes shut again. The howl echoed across the grounds, and then died away. The silence that followed was even more frightening. There was no way to tell where the monster was now. Come on, said Dash, tugging at the girl's arms. We've got a long way. We've got a long way to go around the house before we reach the driveway, and I don't think that thing's giving up anytime soon. Neither are we, said Poppy, unable to control the quaver in her voice. Okay guys, that's it for the Shadow House. Until next time, we will read chapter 2 in the next video. Sorry that the screen went black once. I will tell you why that happened in the description below. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and give us a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you would like to win this book or get this book. If you would like to win this book, then you have to subscribe to the channel, tell me that you did, leave a like, and comment down below your house number and why you think I became a YouTuber. If you're wrong, I will give you a second chance. I will also try to make another channel for questions and answers, or another video for questions and answers that you guys ask me. So, bye!